Hi, I'm Steve Weigel. Welcome to our website. September's upon us now, and mostly the kids are back in school. Things are starting to slow down for people a little bit, and I thought it'd be a good time to show you around the shop. I know most of you, when you come in here, are so busy you don't have time to really look at some of the bits and pieces we have on display. So we'll just take a minute, if you got time, to take a look. This is our main lobby. This has been our only lobby for about 10 years, and we just opened the new used computer showroom a month or so ago. In here we've got new computer parts and pieces on display. We've got LCD screens, netbook computers, laptop computers. But some of the things I thought you might be more interested in, for example, is our 1945 World War II era radio receiver from the Army Signal Corps. Found this in a junkyard for Jeeps. Removed it from an old military Jeep and put it on display in here. People seem to be really interested in it. Have no idea if it works or not. We don't have a power supply for it and don't know how it hooks up, but we just thought it was an interesting piece to see. We also have a Timex Sinclair 1000. Such a big name and such a small computer. This was the first personal computer. I'm sorry, technically it's not a personal computer. This was the first home computer that you could buy for under $100. According to Wikipedia, it's still the least expensive home computer ever sold. $99, came out in 1982, and it was personally, it was my first computer. Had 2 kilobytes of memory. Membrane screen keyboard, which was very hard to type on. Had to use a tape cassette to record your programs. It was a total piece of junk. But I thought it was worthy of putting on display in our showroom. Additionally, I've got this tribute over here to Grace Murray Hopper. Admiral Grace Murray Hopper. They called her Amazing Grace. Grace was one of the first computer technicians, and she worked on the Mark I computer in Harvard. The thing was as big as a locomotive. The thing that Grace is most famous for is she was the one who found a moth trapped in a relay that was preventing the Mark I from working, and reportedly she coined the term computer bug. There's some dispute of whether that's true or not, but that's the story. And Grace worked for the Navy until she was in her 80s in computers, and she was truly an amazing woman. Now this is our used computer showroom. I've got a number of used laptops and used desktop computers here starting at $199. But what I wanted to show you is this piece. This is our television. It's a 1949 Philco TV. It had a wood cabinet, very small screen, and of course back in the day that was a very expensive television. Philco was one of the first brands to make televisions back in the 40s. I think 49 was only like the third year televisions could be purchased by the public. When you come into the shop for service, one of the things you might notice is our new mural that we had painted by a local artist, Aaron Quigley. This is a tribute to an old Texaco service station ad. We believe that there's a direct relationship between the way they treated people in the 50s at the service stations and the way we feel like people ought to be treated. That is to say, we wash your windows and check your oil, and we make sure that you have a personal service and you know your technician and that you get things taken care of when you bring it in, and that you know you can trust your Texaco man. We're pretty proud of the mural. I hope you like it. Come on back, I'll show you the service department. This is the service department. This is where all the magic happens. It starts here. When your computer comes in, we put your computer on this shelf until the technicians can start working on it. Once they start working on it, they bring it to one of these tables. We have 4 tables and 3 technicians, so it works out where each technician can usually work on 1 or 2 at a time. Over here in the back, we have our storage area, where once we start working on your computer, the first thing we do is back it up. And we have several terabytes of storage in 3 different machines back here, so that we can back your hard drives up and store the data while we work on your computer to protect you from any data loss should catastrophe happened. This machine here is used for backing up hard drives that were in computers that had already failed. Usually the data on the hard drive is still good, so we use this machine to hook it up to the hard drive and pull the data off. This area back here is where we store the computers once they're finished, until you have time to come pick them up. And that pretty much completes the journey around our shop department. Thanks for stopping by the website today. I hope you enjoyed the tour of the shop. We'll see you soon.